Howdy y'all. Today we're working on the Holt 10-ton. So what do we have planned? I hear we're doing fluids today.
Well, we're going to drain the transmission and make sure that there's no water or metal or foreign objects that shouldn't be in there. And then we're going to check the final drives because, you know, when we do get this one running, we're not going to want to just hear it run and turn it off. We're going to want to drive it. So I want to make sure that everything's as it should be. So stay tuned. You may see surprises just like us.
So nothing can go wrong, right?
Nothing can go wrong when you're working with a 100-plus-year-old tractor.
Couldn't possibly go wrong.
Yeah.
Let's get started.
All right.
Well, we've started. Here we have Dad in his natural habitat. He's draining fluids from the
Give
tractor.
me a pair of pliers, 3/4 inch or 9/16 inch.
That's for you, Silas.
Okay, all right, all right.
Somebody.
All right.
As soon as I get all this wire off.
All right.
See if you can break those 9/16.
Okay. You got it, boss man. I
Yeah.
hope that's centered. I guess we're going to find out.
Okay.
It's just there's nothing behind the transmission. Everything's right in the middle of the tractor.
Oh, okay.
Silas has one bolt left.
What? Yeah, how one bolt? Is this thing gonna fall off when I take this last bolt off, or what?
We'll just break it loose and then we'll pry the plate. And we'll get this back there in case.
Oh, okay. Well, it's coming loose now. There's no need to pry it. It's falling off. As I unscrew it.
Okay.
I'll
Is the
hold
oil
it
running
on.
out?
Huh?
Is there any
No.
oil running out?
Not yet.
The wires are sharp.
Let me get one more jug in case it's that full.
I know the *1 rule of filming is not to put your face in, or your hands in front of your face, but oh well. Okay, it's gonna be gunk.
Okay.
Here we go.
Oh.
Sorry.
Yeah, that quick.
Yeah.
Slide your bucket over. Okay. Way to go!
Sorry, Father. I
What a
failed.
Really big
mess.
hole, though.
Watch the lights and the grease.
Not to get them oily.
There's got to be a better way to do that.
No.
Really?
It would be quick.
Yeah.
That's
Instead
pretty
of looking at what you took off.
What? Well, I mean, yeah, but like, there's got to be a better way to engineer that.
It's a lot of oil.
It's pretty goofy.
All right, let me find some sawdust.
All right,
Yeah, I'll go do that.
You
Yeah.
got anything to say about your mistakes?
About my mistakes?
Yeah.
Well, I've learned from them. They don't teach you this at NC State. What they do teach you is flow rate.
If you'll come out, we can start addressing the oil on the ground.
Okay. Yes, Father. He asked me my thoughts.
I know. Come out.
Not that many faults.
Okay. In my mind, there should.
Go next door and get sawdust.
Can I grab it with my hands?
There's sawdust in there.
Oh, okay. How about I not grab it with my hands?
You can dump that box in there.
I'm trying to dump this out slower than the oil that came out of the hole.
Doing a great job dumping it out slowly.
Yeah.
You're getting half of it on the floor.
That's all right.
Here's a little bit more in this box. So remember how I said what could go wrong?
A lot.
Yeah.
Especially when you're in charge.
Hey, okay, look,
Is there anything I can do, Dad?
Not yet.
Okay.
So this is the plate, the plug. Now it looks like it had a stopper in there. I guess that's what that is. We're gonna let the oil drain out of it and we'll find out. But you see that was one big surface with just bolted on. It seems like, in my mind, there should have been like a little bitty bolt right here. You could unbolt and let it drain out instead of, you know, Q equals V times A. That's a lot of A, or area. So we're gonna go clean this up, and we're gonna go clean up my mess.
You just gonna leave like that sitting there for a little bit?
Goopy mess.
Yeah, it is. Okay, so while Silas is cleaning that part, what are you working on?
Cleaning up his mess. No, we got get this plug out, the filler plug.
Ooh.
Right here is the plug we got to get to.
So this was the plug for the oil pan, I guess. Bolted on the bottom. This was the bottom. This faced outward, of course. This is a wire mesh you have. I guess it acted as a filter for the fuel for the oil. How it filtered, what their method to the madness was, I'm not sure. I'm not sure if there was pressure on the oil and it passed through one of the holes here in this mesh and through the other side. I'm not sure if the particulates in the oil were just supposed to fall down. I don't know. We're gonna figure that out. But it's looking pretty good. It's in pretty good condition. Other than right here on the edge, you can see there's some cavities in the metal. How that formed, I don't know. If there was chemicals in the oil, I don't know. But it seems to be corroded just really in that one spot. Everything else is in good condition because it was sitting in oil for probably 50, 100 years. So since the last time they changed it. Anyway, Dad, you're working on the fill hole, right?
Plug.
Plug. Yeah.
Yeah.
Plug for the hole.
Yeah. Yeah, you think it'd be a drain right there.
Now, what would these cavities have come from right here?
Where?
They're right there on the inside. You can see there's some.
That's probably just the casting.
Okay.
Porous. You get air in the casting when they pour the steel in there in the pattern.
That makes sense.
In the mold, it would, create a little air pocket. Anyway, as thick as that stuff is, it's going to take a while to
Finish
drain.
draining. So one of the things they taught us in hydraulics, or they are teaching us in hydraulics, is about flow rate. Now, I told you a little bit about that earlier. Q equals V times A. Q equals V times A. So your flow rate equals velocity times your area or of your cross section of your opening. Now, shear force is connected to your flow rate, because shear is equal to your viscosity of your fluid times your change in your x-axis over your change in your y-axis in your volume. So shear is also equal to your force times area. Now, if you rearrange for area is equal to force over shear, and you plug area in for your flow rate, Q is equal to velocity times your force over your shear. So viscosity is related to your flow rate. Anyway, that's your little engineering fact for the day. Right, Eli?
Yep. Not there.
Water on that side, see it coming out.
Yeah.
Water.
Yeah, I found that plug you were looking for. It's a lot of water.
That is a lot of water. That's why we're checking.
Do you think there's a hole somewhere that's letting the water in?
Well, I don't know.
How do you find that out?
Well, it's probably where it was parked. There is grease in there. I don't think anything's rusty, is there?
You want me to get you another pan?
Well, I was just seeing how much is in here. Don't appear to be that much.
So that's for the drive or for the drive chain, right?
Final drive.
Final
yeah.
drive, same thing. Ew,
Is there a lot of gunk?
Yeah, something right there. Yeah.
So as Silas is working over there on the other side, he's trying to find the fill cap for the final drive, and he is looking right in here. But as you see on this track, it is just a giant clump of dirt. So what I've got to do is get a putty knife and a hammer and a screwdriver and start chiseling all this away, trying to uncover a bolt. I'm thinking it's going to be one of these two spots here, but we won't know until we use a needle grinder.
Okay, the plug, we got out, we wire brushed it. Yeah, so now we're gonna go clean the center of it out with the screwdriver and then see what we have to do next.
Okay, so we got the plugs. I don't know if you can see it. That plug off. Got the one on the other side off. The main one that we took off is still draining. It's very cruddy. You can't see it very well in the darkness, but it's still slowly dripping. We're gonna let all three of those plugs drain for a couple hours or maybe even a couple days just to make sure everything's out. But right now we're waiting on that. Dad's working on wiping out the crankcase. So what's the point of wiping all this out?
Well, there's mud and debris and chunks of junk, maybe gasket material. While we got it apart,
Can't hurt to clean it out.
best to clean it up best you can, because you don't want that stuff to get into your oil passageways.
It's pretty dirty.
Yeah. Well, I mean, this is the second time I've wiped it out. You could just keep holding the camera and I'll get there.
What do you want me to do today? Well, wow, that wasn't English. What do you want me to do? What do you want me to do?
Well, right now,
One person's out?
yeah, this is, yeah.
And yet you're complaining that we're not doing anything.
I'm not complaining.
Love you too, Dad.
Huh?
Love you too, Dad.
We'll just leave this. Keep it from rusting.
Okay, so Dad, when's the last time you think this oil's been changed, if ever?
Oh, in this tractor?
Yeah,
here?
in this tractor.
Probably never been changed. Well, I can't say that. Depending on how many hours are on the engine, more than likely they just kept adding to it as it lost oil. I doubt they physically changed it, because it's not like you got a spin-on filter that you remove and replace. So I don't think the engine has an incredible amount of hours on it, so I'm going to say it probably has never been changed. But you would think over 100 years it had been changed at least once.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's hard to tell. I don't have if the speedometer on it is correct about the mileage, it doesn't have much use on it. So
it
more than likely has never been changed.
So 100-year oil right there.
Yeah, at least. Yep.
Look at that. We're conserving. Not. Hold on. How do we say this?
They're-
Reuse and recycle.
Yeah.
They ground up baby dinosaurs and put in this oil. That's so old.
So it's about lunchtime. So it's a good point for a recap and to take a break to go eat lunch. So we hadn't been super productive today. We just took the main oil cap drain off from the transmission oil, got it drained. It's still dripping. It's very clumpy. So it's over 100-year oil because we speculate that if the tachometer. Oh, the mileage. So the speedometer. The speedometer speed. Odometer. So if the odometer on the tractor is correct, it doesn't have many miles. So we speculate that the oil's never been changed. But it's pretty clumpy, so it's still draining. Going to leave it draining for probably a couple days, just make sure everything's out. Then we got to figure out a way to flush all of the other clumps and everything out. Still trying to come up with a good idea to do that. We got the plug on the final drive out on both sides of the tractor. It is also still draining. The drain plug is just inside here, as you saw, so that's still draining. We wiped out the engine box. Dad's been doing that about every day just to try and clean it out, get all the particulates out before we put new oil in. So we're gonna pause here and we'll come back to you after a couple days and start replacing the oil.